Passionate about music.
Cheryl is always great, you know, she's always really supportive. And we've forged a really good friendship. It was really nice on the show. We got to know each other really well, and we keep in touch a lot now. I haven't spoken to her for a couple of weeks because she's out of the country, but whenever she's back, we always catch up and text. And it's hard, though, because everybody's always so busy that you never kind of get the opportunity to, you know, like literally go out for some food or something like you would normally do.
But you're still friends, obviously. It's great.
Yeah, definitely. We're always texting each other and making sure each other's all right.
What sort of advice would you give to any of the new contestants that are sort of kind of going through the process now?
I think people just have to remember that it's not the be-all and end-all of your career, and that at the end of the day, if you're fortunate enough to make it onto those shows, you're being watched by, is it 20 million people now on the live shows? Yeah, 20 million people. And you've got to use that as a platform. You know, it's not okay, I've won the X Factor, or okay, I've lost out of the X Factor. That's it. Or okay, I'm sorted now. You use it as a platform and you build on it. You know, that's what you've got to do, because it's very rare you get that opportunity to perform to that many people.
Yeah, isn't it, Justin? You are a lucky bitch. Shall I tell you for why? I have watched so many times when you did it was the Mentor Week or the Duets Week, and down the stairs you went, "Ladies and gentlemen, Elton John!" And George Michael came down, "Don't let the sun go down on me." We wanted you to say, "Ladies and gentlemen, here's Elton John." And you performed with George Michael. You lucky, lucky cow. Can you tell us heartbeat through heartbeat what that was like?
Well, we got so basically you get the songs through the week. You get told what your song is. You go to the rehearsals, and they said, you know, we're not going to tell you who your duet partner's with, but you're singing "Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me." I mean, come on. There's only two people that it could be, isn't it? Yeah. So the rehearsals were on the Saturday at 5 p.m. before the show started, because obviously I think he had flown in from somewhere or something like that, and I remember being on the stage and I was just thinking, what do you say to George Michael? Come on. Like, I was thinking to myself, how do I even engage in a conversation and just try and pretend it's normal? You know, like I was thinking, what do I say? What do I say? But then what I thought was really nice is, I was standing on stage waiting, and then the security guard came and tapped us on the shoulder. And he's like, "Can you just come backstage with us for a second, please?" And I was like, "Oh God, what have I done?" You know. And he took us backstage, and he was with all his team, like around the backstage area. And he said, "I didn't want to meet you on stage because I understood how scary it might have been for you, like, you know, to kind of like have to just start having a conversation in front of everybody." He was like, so I wanted to meet you properly first, and then we can go on and work together." And I thought, that's really nice.
That's beautiful.
He's a pro, isn't he?
Yeah, and he walked on the stage with us, so I wasn't by myself, and I thought, that's so nice, because, you know, he doesn't have to do that. He's a huge star.
When I saw you two together, there's something about you, Joe, as well, that you kind of remind me of a young George Michael.
Yeah,
you've got that kind
bones.
of... Yeah.
It's the bones.
the bone structure. And the voice
Listen,
as well.
If I can have anywhere near half the success that he's had, I'd be more than happy. So thank you for that.
I just wanted to ask you, because you had the big success of the X Factor, and then all this, it went a bit sour, and you sort of like it didn't work out, let's say, and you had to go away. Was there a sort of a point at which you thought, "Oh my God, that's it, I'm over now"? Or because you seem to be quite an optimistic kind of guy, Joe.
Well, you know, this is the thing. The most annoying thing for me was not about anything to do with parting ways with the record label. It was about how it was made out in the press.
Yeah.
That was the one thing that was really annoying, because they made it out as if it was this like really kind of like sad, depressing time, and I was furious with the label, and I was just like, it's not the case, you know. I'd got a number 3 album with them. I'd got a top 10 single. We just moved on. We literally just moved on, and I was changing direction. I was doing other opportunities, and it was just one of those things that, like, it was time to just part ways. And I think that was the one thing, you know, I just didn't want everybody to think that I hated the whole experience, because I'm so thankful for where I've come from that. And, you know, not at all at any point did I think, you know, I suppose when people ask that question, like, do you think it's over? I never thought I had made it anyways. So, you know, like, it was always, no, but I was, because I think what's the point in working hard if you think you've already made it? I just think that's not, you know, it's not one of me things to walk around and go, "Oh, I've made it now, I'm sorted." Yeah. I constantly want to get better and better. So it was just like, okay, what's the next thing? What's the next chapter? And I just got on with stuff, and I was already going straight into pop star, opera star.
Yeah.
I had been having meetings with new record labels, so it wasn't as bad as it was actually made out to be.
So that time to say goodbye was dedicated to them, was it, on your new album? Could we end on a positive note, in so much as there's been a lot in the press at the moment with Michelle Bachmann and about Don't Ask, Don't Tell and all these very not right-wing people, very anti-gay people in America coming out. Can you just give a little message out to kind of young fans, people who are thinking about coming out, and what was your experience coming out, and, you know, a bit of a positive message for them?
This might sound really stupid when I say this, but I was talking about this the other day, and for me, it was one of those things where it's like when you break you smash up your grandma's plate in the house. You know, like if you drop a plate or you smash a favourite cup, and you kind of you hide it, and you think, oh my God, what is she going to say? What's she going to do? What's she going to do? And then you actually tell her, and she's like, oh, it's okay, you know, whatever. You know, that's how I found it. Like I was so scared and like nervous about telling everyone, what will this person say and what will that person say? But you actually end up making it a bigger deal than it actually is inside of yourself. So it's so much easier to just talk about it. And even if you don't want to tell everybody, if you just tell somebody that you know close that you can trust, if that's all you want to do, then you know you have to feel comfortable, I suppose. And I think it stems from inside of you when you want to talk about it also. But I think, you know, it's times have changed now. People don't really care as much. And I think it's one of those things. You make it a bigger deal than it is.
On another note, Lee, who works here, says, have you got a boyfriend?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't, unfortunately.
Okay.
I guess you're probably a bit too busy for having boyfriends at the moment, are you?
Oh, yeah, listen, I never have time. My life.
Come on.
No, listen, my life may seem exciting, but it's just TV studios and cars all the way.
Well, Cinders, we want to take you to the ball. Next time you're around the studios, we must introduce you to Lee.
Yeah. Listen, it's
okay.
Really, really good talking to you. The album is classic. It's available now. Joe McElderry, thank you so much for talking. What a lovely guy you are. We love you.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. I've had a great time.
Passionate about music.